Hello students, I hope you all were good and safe. I welcome everyone for 10th Standard Social Science Unit 3, World War II. Already we have learned World War I in Unit 1. It ended with the Treaty of Versailles. Now we are going to discuss about World War II. Let me move on to the previous session.
History, Unit 3, World War II. World War I was fought from 1914 to 1918, and World War II began in 1939 and ended in 1945. Both wars were fought on several fronts across Europe, Asia, and Africa. This war between Axis power with Allied power.
In both wars, the combined forces between the Axis with the Allied powers. Under Axis, Adolf Hitler of Germany, Benito Mussolini of Italy, Hirohito of Japan.
And under the Allies, Winston Churchill of Britain, Franklin D. Roosevelt of United States, Joseph Stalin of USSR, that is Russia, Charles de Gaulle of France. Under World War II, the financial cost was huge. It was 5 times higher than First World War. Brutality against civilian populations. Brutality means physical violence. And the treatment of prisoners of war, many of whom were tortured and killed. Innumerable atrocities were committed against the people living in conquered regions. In this lesson, you are going to learn about causes, and effects of World War II. Causes of World War II. The immediate and primary cause of World War II was the aggressive military offensive undertaken by Germany. Aggressive means likely to attack, and a fast developing Japan. However, the root causes of the war are more complex. First World War ended with the Treaty of Versailles in June 1919. Germany was forced to give up territories to the west, north, and east of the German border. Germany had to disarm and was allowed to retain only a very restricted armed force, including Navy, Army, and Air Force. As reparation for the war, Germany was expected to pay for the military and civilian cost of the war to the Allied nations. Failure of League of Nations. The treaty also set up the League of Nations in 1920, as we have seen in Lesson 1, on the initiative of President Woodrow Wilson of United States. The League was expected to mediate between countries and take action against countries which indulge in military aggression. League of Nations was formed to avoid war, but the members were not following the principles of League, so League of Nations failed to maintain world peace. Post-war crisis. The interwar period was a time of severe economic downturn in Western Europe, as well as the United States. Britain was facing massive unemployment and its economy was nearly crippled by the general strike of 1926. The United States was faced with the Great Depression after 1929. The problems which many countries faced in the post-World War I decades led to the rise of extreme right-wing dictatorship in Italy, Mussolini, Germany, Hitler, and Spain, Franco. Germany experienced both high unemployment and severe inflation after the war, and its currency became practically worthless. In 1920s, when ordinary people had to carry money in wheelbarrows to buy breads.
The rise of Adolf Hitler. Adolf Hitler was gifted with great skills. He was able to sway the people by his impassioned speeches, promising a return to the glorious military past of Germany. He founded the National Socialist Party, generally known as the Nazis. Hitler came to power in 1933 and ruled Germany till 1945. Hitler began to rearm Germany, the manufacture of armaments and machinery for the army, navy and air force, and solved the problem of unemployment in Germany. Italy break with Britain and France resulted in better relationship between Italy and Germany, that is Rome-Berlin axis, and later with Japan joining this alliance, it became Rome-Berlin-Tokyo axis. Hitler's claim was that the German-speaking people should be united into one nation.
Allies and non-intervention. There were also acts of aggression by Italy and Japan. Italy invaded Ethiopia in 1935 and Albania in 1939. Emperor Haile Selassie of Ethiopia appealed to the League of Nations but got no help. In 1931, Japan invaded Manchuria, and in 1937, it invaded China and seized Beijing. All these were ignored by the Allies, and the League of Nations was unable to take any action. Munich Pact. It is an agreement between Britain and Germany. In 1938, Britain Prime Minister Chamberlain concluded the Munich Pact with Germany, which was a shameful acceptance of Germany's invasion of Czechoslovakia to annex German-speaking Sudetenland. Though Hitler gave an assurance in the Munich Pact the Germany would not attack any other country, this was broken immediately. In 1939, he invaded Czechoslovakia. Poland was attacked next, and this was the final act which resulted in the declaration of war by Britain and France against Germany. In Britain, Prime Minister Chamberlain resigned in 1940, and Winston Churchill, who had always warned about Hitler and his military ambitions, became Prime Minister. Course of World War II. World War II was fought on two distinct fronts, Europe and the Asia Pacific. In Europe, the war was fought by the Allies against Germany and Italy. Who and all comes under Allies? Britain, United States, USSR, that is Russia, and France. In the Asia Pacific, the Allies fought Japan. World War II was a modern war fought with heavy military equipment such as tanks, submarines, fighter planes, bomber planes, and the battleship. This involved a very large resource base since all this equipment needed to be manufactured. Outbreak of war. Britain and France declared war on Germany in September 1939. In 1940, Italy and Japan joined with Germany. The first year of the war were a time of spectacular successes of the German army, which occupied Denmark and Norway and later France. By 1941, all of mainland Europe till the Russian frontier was under the Axis powers. Who is Axis power? Germany, Italy and Japan. The German army followed a tactic of lightning strike, that is blitzkrieg, to storm into various countries and overrun them. The British Royal Navy continued to be the most powerful among the European naval forces and ensured that a seaborne invasion of Britain was not possible. However, Britain depended on large-scale import of food, raw materials and industrial goods by sea from its empire and the US. To attack this, Germany developed a fleet of submarines by sinking a large number of civilian ships carrying supplies to Britain. Important events at Dunkirk. In May 1940, more than 3 lakh British and French soldiers were forced back to the beaches in Dunkirk. Though they were under heavy fire, there was no all-out attack by the Germans, and 3,38,000 men were rescued by the British by calling on all men who had boats or small ships which could be put to use. Battle of Britain. By July 1940, it was feared that the Germans were planning to invade Britain. In September 1940, London was bombed mercilessly, an action known as the Blitz. By October 1940, night bombing raids on London and other industrial cities began. But this campaign failed because the fighter planes of the Royal Air Force were able to inflict severe losses on the German bombers. By saluting the bravery of the Royal Air Force, Churchill said in his speech that never was so much owed by so many to so few. The Germans dropped their plans to invade Britain because of the failure of the air battle. Lend-Lease in 1941 to 1945. President Roosevelt realized that the United States had to change its policy of isolation. Isolation means being idle, but could not intervene directly in the war in Europe. So he started a program of Lend-Lease in March 1941. That is, arms, food, military equipment and other supplies were sent to Britain as a loan, which would be returned after use. This augmented the resources of Britain to a great extent. Between 1941 to 1945, the total aid under Lend-Lease amounted to $46.5 billion. Invasion of Russia 1941 to 1942. In June 1941, the German army invaded Russia. The long-term objective of this move was to seize prime land for settling Germans, to exploit Russia's natural resources, especially oil. The German strategy of lightning strikes was initially successful, and the army penetrated 1,000 miles into Russian territory very soon. The German army then marched on Moscow, but ultimately the resistance by the Soviet army and the fierce Russian winter defeated the German army. Battle of Stalingrad. In August 1942, the Germans attacked Stalingrad. Stalingrad was a large industrial city producing armaments and tractors. Capturing the city would cut Soviet transport links with southern Russia, and Stalingrad would then enable the invading Germans to have access to the oil fields. German war planners hoped to achieve that end with Fall Blau, that is Operation Blue. On June 28, 1942, operation began with significant German victories. Russian people suffered not only from bad working and living conditions but also from ill treatment at German hands in the occupied areas. Yet the people remained loyal to the government. Despite Hitler's hopes of an anti-Stalin revolution, they successfully defended the city of Stalingrad. Russians considered it to be one of the greatest battles of the Great Patriotic War. Battle of El Alamein 1942. In the early years of the war, German forces under General Rommel were remarkably successful in occupying North Africa rapidly, leaving the British with only Egypt. The Allied forces under General Montgomery counterattacked and defeated the German and Italian forces at El Alamein in North Africa. The German army was chased across the desert out of North Africa. This provided the base for the Allied forces to invade Italy. Surrender of Italy 1943. Mussolini had been thrown out and the new government of Italy surrendered to the Allies in 1943. However, the Germans set Mussolini up in a puppet regime in the north. Mussolini was killed in April 1945 by Italian partisans. End of Hitler. From 1944, the Russian army began to attack Germany. The German army fought back and the war continued for nearly another year. In 1945, they occupied parts of Berlin, and Hitler committed suicide in April 1945. Soon after, Germany unconditionally surrendered to the Allied forces. War in the Asia-Pacific region. Japan was a modern nation with moral values similar to Western ideas. Japan had entertained visions of a glorious empire very much on the same lines as Hitler. The Japanese army invaded Manchuria in 1931. In 1937, Japan invaded China and seized Beijing, now it is called as Peking, which had traditionally been the capital of China. The region around Shanghai was also captured, and Nanking was captured at the end of the year. Civilians were killed, and all females from children to old women were raped, and many were tortured and killed after being raped. China appealed to the League of Nations, but this was in vain since the Western powers were not interested in being involved in a region so far from the sphere of interest. Pearl Harbor 1941. On December 1941, Japan attacked American naval installations in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii without warning. The idea was to cripple America's Pacific Fleet so that Japan would not face any opposition in its offensive against Southeast Asian countries. Many battleships and numerous fighter planes were destroyed. The United States declared war on Japan, with Britain and China also joining in it. This brought together both the Asia-Pacific and the European war into one common cause. And it brought the United States with its enormous resources into the war as a part of the Allies. Japanese aggression in Southeast Asia. The Japanese had spectacular success in their plan to extend their empire throughout Southeast Asia. Guam, the Philippines, the Hong Kong, Singapore, Malaya, Indonesia and Burma all fell to the Japanese. The Allies faced many reverses in the Pacific region because of their inadequate preparation. The colonial rulers, especially the British, withdrew from their territories, leaving the local people to face the atrocities of the Japanese. Many died of disease. Those who remained suffered under the Japanese. Battle of Midway and Battle of Guadalcanal 1942. The US Navy defeated the Japanese Navy in the Battle of Midway, which turned the tide in favor of the Allies. The Battle of Guadalcanal in the Solomon Islands was a combined offensive involving the army and the navy and lasted for several months. Both were crushing defeat for the Japanese. After this, the American forces were able to retake the Philippines. Gradually, the Japanese were thrown out of most of their conquered territories. In 1944, the combined British and Indian armies were able to push back the Japanese who attempted to invade the northeast of India. Then, along with Chinese, they pushed the Japanese out of Burma and liberated Malaya and Singapore. Hiroshima and Nagasaki, August 1945. As a top secret project, using the latest scientific advances, the US developed an atomic bomb immensely more powerful than conventional explosives. The Japanese generals refused to surrender and finally the US dropped an atomic bomb on Hiroshima. As the Japanese still refused to surrender, another atom bomb was dropped on Nagasaki. Japan ultimately announced surrender on 15th August 1945 and formally signed 2nd September 1945, bringing an end to World War II. Effects of the war: new geopolitical power alignment, nuclear proliferation, international agencies. Under new geopolitical power alignment, the world was popularized into two main blocs led by superpowers, one led by the United States with a pronounced anti-communist ideology and the other by Soviet Russia. Europe was divided into two, communist and non-communist, and under nuclear proliferation, the United States and the Soviet Union entered into a race to have more nuclear powered weapons. Britain and France also developed their own nuclear weapons. And under international agencies, the United Nations, the World Bank, and the International Monetary Fund came into existence, providing a forum for countries large and small. Holocaust and its fallout. After Hitler came to power, the Jews were persecuted in many ways. They were deprived of their civil rights, their properties were confiscated, and many were confined to ghettos, that is slum area. They were subjected to inhuman living conditions and tortured. Finally, they were killed in gas chambers. Nearly 6 million European Jews were killed in this extermination camp. The killing continued till the end of the war. Universal Declaration of Human Rights. In the aftermath of the Holocaust, the UN in its charter pledged to promote universal respect and observance of human rights and fundamental freedoms for all without distinction to race, sex, language and religion. The UN adopted the historical charter on 10th December 1948. This day is observed globally as Human Rights Day. Birth of Israel. A major outcome of the Holocaust was the creation of the State of Israel as a homeland for the Jews. While this was historically the original home of the Jews during Roman times, the Jews had dispersed across Europe and the region was predominantly populated by Muslims by the 20th century. There is a continuous state of hostility between the Arab states and Israel. Hostility means opposition or unfriendly, like enemies. Israel has occupied large part of Palestinian homelands. Israel derives war support from the United States. New International Order. By 1941, the United States and Britain began to give serious consideration to the need for international cooperation for achieving lasting peace among all nations. International agencies had been established after World War I, but the League of Nations unfortunately proved to be ineffectual. The International Labour Office, ILO, located in Geneva in Switzerland, however, is still active and continues to work on issues relating to labour and employment. United Nations. The first initiative for the United Nations came from the United States and Britain in 1941, when they issued a joint declaration known as the Atlantic Charter. This stated there would be peace for all countries, so that all people could live their lives in freedom from fear and want. This declaration of the United Nations was accepted by all the 26 countries which were fighting against the Axis power, Germany, Italy and Japan, on New Year's Day 1942. The Charter of the United Nations was signed on 26th June 1945 by 51 nations. Each one, big or small, has an equal vote in the United Nations. General Assembly and Security Council. The United Nations function almost like any government through its principal organs, which are similar to the legislative, executive and judicial wings of a state. In the General Assembly is the body in which each member state is represented. It meets once in a year. The Security Council has 15 members. Major issues and conflicts were discussed in the Security Council. Administrative structure. The Secretary General, along with his cabinet and other officials, runs the United Nations. The International Court of Justice, headquartered at The Hague in Holland, is the judicial wing of the United Nations. And ECOSOC, that is Economic and Social Council, the fifth organ of the United Nations, is responsible for coordinating all the economic and social work of the United Nations. The regional economic commissions functioning for regional development across the various regions of the world. They all have been very successful. Other important organs of the United Nations. FAO, Food and Agriculture Organizations, WHO, World Health Organization, UNESCO, United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organizations, and the two best known among them are UNICEF, United Nations Children's Fund, which promotes child health and welfare across the world, and the UNDP, that is United Nations Development Programme, which focuses on development. Activities of the United Nations: human rights, the problems of refugees, climate change, gender equality are all now within the ambit of the activities of the United Nations. A special mention must be made of the UN Peacekeeping Force, which has acted in many areas of conflict all over the world. The Indian Army has been an important part of the peacekeeping force and has been deployed in many parts of the world. The World Bank. The World Bank and the International Monetary Fund, referred to as the Bretton Woods Twins, were both established in 1945 after the Bretton Woods Conference in 1944, located in Washington, D.C., in the United States. They have the same membership since the country cannot be a member of the bank without being a member of the fund. The two main organs of the World Bank are the International Bank for Reconstruction and Development (IBRD) and the International Development Agency (IDA). Together they are often referred to as the World Bank. The main responsibility of the IBRD in the initial years was to fund the reconstruction activities under the Marshall Plan in the European countries. The International Development Agency (IDA) also lends money to governments for developmental activities. These loans are soft loans and are given as very low rates of interest for a period of 50 years. The International Finance Corporation (IFC) mainly functions with private enterprises in developing countries. International Monetary Fund (IMF). The International Monetary Fund was primarily the brainchild of Harry Dexter White and John Maynard Keynes, the famous economist. It was formally organized in 1945 with 29 member countries. It now has a membership of 189 countries. The objective of the IMF are to foster global monetary cooperation, secure financial stability, facilitate international trade, promote high employment and sustainable economic growth, and reduce poverty around the world. Post-war welfare states in Europe. The term welfare states refers to the concept that the government is responsible for the social and economic welfare of the people, thus expanding the role of the state beyond providing defense and maintaining law and order. The state now intervenes in many ways to protect the welfare of the people. For instance, through laws which protect workers in the workplace by prescribing the number of working hours, minimum wages, and safe working conditions, and so on. The term welfare state is used only for states, but the people also enjoy civil and political liberties. All the countries in Western Europe are now welfare states, where the citizens are provided free health and social services.
Beveridge Report 1942. In 1942, the report commonly known as the Beveridge Report was published in the United Kingdom, which proposed a series of measures which the government should adopt to provide citizens with adequate income, health care, education, housing and employment to overcome poverty and disease, which were the major impediments to general welfare. After World War II, the Labour Party was voted into power in Britain. It promised to undertake steps to look after the people from the cradle to the grave. The benefits can either be achieved through cash transfers like old age pensions and unemployment compensation, or through free services. In addition, these countries also tried to minimize economic disparities through progressive taxation by taxing the higher income groups at relatively high rates. This is timeline. Timeline is very important for your exam, so don't forget to learn. 1914, outbreak of World War I. 1917 is Russian Revolution. 1918, end of the World War I. 1990, Treaty of Versailles. 1920 is establishment of League of Nations. 1922, Mussolini's March on Rome. 1927, formation of Vietnam Nationalist Party. 1929, the Great Depression. 1933, Hitler became the Chancellor of Germany. 1935, Mussolini invaded Ethiopia. 1939, outbreak of World War II. 1940, Battle of Britain. 1941, Pearl Harbor Incident. 1942 Battle of Stalingrad, 1945 End of World War II, 1945 Formation of UNO, that is United Nations Organization. This timeline is from Unit 1 to Unit 3, so don't forget to learn, okay? Look at the map, children. The Axis power countries under Europe side, Germany, Italy, Hungary, Bulgaria, and in the Asia Pacific east side, Japan. The Allied power countries, United States, and under South America, Brazil, United Kingdom, and under Europe, France, Belgium, Denmark, Norway, and under Asia side, USSR, that is Russia and China, and at last Australia. Look at the map, children. This map is from your book bag questions. Under United States, it is given San Francisco, and down is Hawaii Island, and in Europe side it is Moscow, and in the Asia Pacific side, that is Japan, Hiroshima and Nagasaki is in Japan. American dropped atom bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, so the world war came to an end. Students, let me go through a short summary. The Second World War lasted from 1939 till 1945 and was fought in almost every part of the world, in Europe, Africa and the Asia Pacific. The allies were Britain, France, USSR, that is Russia, and the United States. The Axis power were Germany, Italy and Japan. Initially, both the German army in Europe and Japan in the east were very successful. However, after the United States with its enormous resources also joined the allies, both Germany and Japan were defeated after many prolonged fighting. The post-war world saw the rise of two superpowers, namely the United States and the USSR, that is Russia, especially to build their nuclear weapons. Dear students, don't waste your time. Go through the lesson and learn map, timelines and book back question answers, and be safe. Take care. Bye.